Okay. I'm Dave. I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, and I'm in my pushing mid-60s. I grew up in the 60s, and in the 60s, you know what they say about the 60s, if you can remember it, you weren't there. Well, I remember it because I didn't drink a whole lot, and I didn't do drugs or anything when I was young. I waited until I got in my 50s. And in my 50s, I have dystonia of the neck, which is a chronic neck problem, and I live with chronic pain. So I went to doctors. When they first prescribed me opiates, because there was no other way to really control the pain, at least from their perspective, nobody explained to me where this was going and where I would end up. And it started out with Loratab, and then after a while it escalated to a lot of Loratab, then something called Norco, and then past Norco it went to Oxycontin. And the next thing you know, you're taking enormous amounts of Oxycontin on a daily basis, enough to kill a horse in the first dose. It's amazing. And your pain comes back because your receptors, your transmitters, it's all clogged and not working, and you have to take more to get to the same place. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And you lose your complete objectivity, you lose your life. The darkest place I've ever been is in detox from Oxycontin. That's the darkest place I've ever been in my life. I always loved life. Suicide seemed alien and bizarre. But when you get into detox, it's a positive option. It's a complete distortion. It's crazy. And looking back, it's kind of like you don't know what love is till you have a child. And you probably, none of us know what it's like to bury a child. These experiences, unless you experience this in life, you can imagine it, you can do a number of things, but you have really no idea. Detox is a lot like that. No one could have prepared me for it. No one could have brought me to understand the horror and the depth of the horror until I went into it. Now, what this place does, it's magnificent because it takes the distortion in so-called medication or alcohol or drugs, and it does a frontal attack with very natural. Everything here is natural, and it's wonderful. And it deals with it right up front, very naturally, and it gives you that contrast between the horror and freedom. And the contrast is done from 20 minutes to 3 or 4 or 5 days, but you get the contrast. And believe me, that's a short period of time. And I suppose it's the chemical makeup of us all and our DNA, etc., that determines, along with the experiences we've had and what we've taken, whether it's 20 minutes or whether it's 5 days. But it works. And so many of us that are in this trap, and we want out. But it's this detox thing is, I think in most treatments, is probably way understated. Until you get past this detox, the clarity of mind, of thought, is just not there. It's a healing, and there's really no healing ultimately without forgiveness. Whether it's self-forgiveness, forgiveness from others, or forgiveness. And through the detox and getting to the other side of clarity, that's where you can experience the act, the emotion, and the thought of forgiveness. And that's huge. But you got to get there. This treatment is a door to freedom, no question about it, and it opens relatively quick. Your memory, your ability to think with clarity and everything else is in this treatment. It's not in that treatment. It's not in rapid detox. It'll get you off whatever you're on, but it won't help you heal. Where this treatment helps the brain heal and get back on track. And thank God for this place, and thank God for Doc and Paula. And here I am, my mid-60s, and hopefully Brenda and I'll have another 20 or more. And I'm just deeply thankful for this treatment and the opportunities it offers to so many people.